What's up, guys? It's Clanka time.
Look, it's RB551. No wonder he got blasted. He's one of those older models programmed by a central computer. Not us. We're independent thinkers. Roger, 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 roger.
Your Clanka of the week is General Kalani.
This is Kalani. I assure you he will succeed where you have failed.
Lux Bonteri.
The late Senator Mina Bonteri's son?
Yes, my lord.
Why was I not told of this?
You just were.
After Clone Order 66, the whole droid army was given a shutdown command. How are you even operating?
The Jedi betrayal ended the war for most of the galaxy, but here on Agamar, I assumed it was a Republic trick and prevented the shutdown command.
Kalani was a super tactical droid and general in service to the Confederacy of Independent Systems during the Clone Wars. He was a competent battle tactician who had a single-minded obsession in securing victory and producing results. During the Onderonian Civil War, Kalani was sent by Count Dooku to aid Separatist King Sanjay Rash of Onderon in defeating the resistance movement against the Separatist occupation. Following the capture of rebel leader Saw Gerrera, Kalani interrogated him alongside Royal Militia General Tandon. Rash ordered the former king of Onderon to be executed, in the hopes of stopping the rebel attacks in the kingdom. Against his wishes, the rebels attempted to rescue the king, but were stopped by the droid reinforcements. Rash continued the former king's execution, but was once again stopped, this time by the Royal Militia and General Tandon, who took Rash as a hostage. As the rebels made their escape, Kalani ordered the battle droids to gun down Tandon as soon as he released Rash. However, the Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano jumped out of the crowd and used the Force to push down the droids for their escape. The public now realized that the Separatists were their true enemy, which started mass riots in the kingdom. With the rebels gaining a new base of operations in the mountains, Rash was growing desperate. Kalani soon ordered his droid army to push on the rebel base, supported by a few droid gunships. Their massive firepower and ability to deploy droids into the battlefield proved highly effective against the rebels. Despite the heavy support and massive droid numbers, they were all destroyed due to underestimating the rebels' tactical prowess. With the battle lost and the public against the Separatist occupation, Kalani and Dooku came to the conclusion that the fighting on Onderon was not worth the time and resources required, and as such, Dooku ordered the Confederacy to abandon the planet and relocate to Agamar. With the retreat in motion, Kalani executed Rash before departing. What was left of his army retreated to the Agamar system, where they would remain for almost 20 years. Eventually, the Clone Wars ended with Order 66 and the Great Jedi Purge. After executing the entire Separatist Council on Mustafar, Darth Vader issued a shutdown order that deactivated most of the droid forces scattered across the galaxy, bringing the war to a rapid conclusion. Kalani, however, accurately deduced that the shutdown order was a Republic trick, and overrode the command signal for the battle droids under his command. Kalani and his garrison therefore survived the end of the Clone Wars, and were indeed unaware that they had ended. Long after the Clone Wars, the Spectres of the Ghost, along with Clone Captain Rex, arrived on Agamar in search of proton bombs. Upon being discovered by B-1268, Kalani had him capture the rebels alive for a war game. After learning about the end of the Clone Wars, Kalani was upset that the Separatist droid army lost. Based on his calculations, he had estimated that the Separatist chance of defeat was only 23.6% had the shutdown order not been sent. Rex and Kanan insisted that the war was over and refused to engage in Kalani's war game. When Zeb objected, Kalani agreed, since his species had not fought in the Clone Wars. Instead, he designated Zeb as the hostage that Rex and the Jedi would have to rescue. Kalani deployed battle droids, which the rebels easily scattered as many of the droids were old and were in need of repair. The rebels then made their way into the hangar. After defeating Kalani's droidekas, the rebels made their way into the command center. When Rex argued that he had won, Kalani countered that he had won the simulation, of which side would have truly won the Clone Wars, had the shutdown order not gone out. Kalani added that the droid army during the Clone Wars would not have malfunctioned. Ezra then intervened and pointed out that this was all irrelevant because both sides had lost. The Galactic Empire was the only true winner, since Palpatine had played the two sides against each other. According to Ezra's reasoning, the shutdown order was always meant to go out, the droids were always meant to lose, and the clone troopers were never meant to beat the droids, but their own Jedi commanders. Rex and Kalani were grieved by this, but the droid general could not deny Ezra's logic. Ezra asked Kalani why he had fought in the war at all, and the tactical droids stated that the Separatists were fighting against what they perceived as the tyranny of the Republic. Ezra pointed out that the Republic had become the Empire, which was now openly tyrannical. Kalani agreed that they now shared a common enemy. Their base was then assaulted by Imperial forces who had been dispatched by Governor Price. After B-1268 and several battle droids were disintegrated when they tried to greet the Imperials, Kalani and the remaining droids joined forces with the rebels to fight against the Imperials and escape in 3 shuttles, which had been repaired by Chopper. Kalani ordered his droids to roll the proton bombs toward the AT-AT walkers, while another group of droids fired at Ezra and Kanan to reflect their shots toward the bombs, one of which exploded and damaged an AT-AT walker. With the Imperials momentarily distracted, Kalani, the battle droids, and the rebels escaped in the shuttles. One of the shuttles carrying battle droids was shot down, but Kalani and his remaining droids, along with the rebels, managed to flee into space. Once in space, Kalani was offered to join the Young Rebellion, though he denied their offer, stating that based on their escape, they had a 1% chance of overthrowing the Empire. He later departed with his remaining droids to an unknown location. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and leave your recommendation for a future droid in the comments below. It does not have to be Clone Wars. This was Clanka of the Week, and see you on the next one. Roger, Roger.